Zuki and Chang Zhao were next-door neighbors from childhood, with their parents sharing a close friendship. When the two were just born, their parents playfully arranged a baby engagement for them. The days of childhood were pure and gentle. They could have grown up closely as their elders expected, and indeed, during their primary school years, they were each other's most reliable playmates. Born 1 month earlier than Zuki, Chang Xiao always took it upon himself to protect him like an elder brother. Zuki was naughty and playful, secretly reading comics under the quilt. Whenever his parents found out and blamed him, Chang Xiao would pull him into his room, giving him a private little world of freedom. When Zuki got into trouble outside and faced scolding, Chang Xiao would always step forward first, take all the blame silently, and shield him from punishment. In those days, they slept in the same bed and shared snacks, being inseparable brothers in every owner's eyes. Pure and warm-hearted. Changes crept in quietly after they entered junior high school. Stirred by adolescent ignorance and restlessness, Zuki, with his delicate looks and pleasant personality, received many pink love letters from female classmates. With a young boy's flustered feelings, he hid under the quilt, feeling uneasy and curious, not knowing how to refuse. Before he could deal with these letters properly, Chang Xiao suddenly walked into his room and confiscated all of them. Chang Xiao wore a cold look in his eyes, mixed with inexplicable melancholy, accusing Zuki of being distracted and indulging in puppy love too early. Embarrassed and flustered, Zuki was about to explain when he caught sight of an unsent love letter in Chang Xiao's hand. Signed by himself. At that moment, Zuki was filled with grievance and annoyance. He mistakenly thought Chang Xiao had a secret crush on someone else, yet blamed him unreasonably first. Adolescent self-esteem was sensitive and fragile. He pushed Chang Xiao out of the door in a fit of pique, shouting angrily that no one had the right to interfere in his life and that he needed no meddling. This single quarrel became the dividing line in their relationship. From then on, they never shared another intimate word. The once close childhood friends gradually turned into bitter rivals who competed and opposed each other everywhere. In the following years, they stayed in the same social circle, competing in studies and careers, determined to outdo each other in everything. Calm and reserved, Chang Xiao acted decisively in all matters, smart and unrestrained. Zuki never conceded easily. In the adult world, they fought for projects and contracts, neither willing to back down, as if they were born rivals. Zuki could never let go of the obsession with that junior high school love letter. After asking around discreetly, he heard from others that Chang Xiao had a secret crush on someone who went abroad for further study right after the college entrance examination. Upon hearing the news, Zuki even felt a hint of secret joy. He deliberately set off fireworks in Chang Xiao's backyard, secretly celebrating his unrequited love. Unfortunately, this childish venting was witnessed clearly by Chang Xiao standing on the second floor. The man who had always protected him in the past only watched coldly that day, even adding sarcastic remarks and calling him naive and ignorant. The elders also chimed in to reprimand him. At that moment, the last trace of warmth in Zuki's heart faded completely. There was another matter that lingered silently between them, becoming an unspeakable estrangement. During a spring festival family gathering, Zuki casually handed Chang Xiao a piece of fruit while he was focused on staring at the computer, not noticing it contained mango. Mango was Chang Xiao's natural allergen. Soon after eating, rashes spread all over his neck and jaw, causing unbearable itching. Fortunately, anti-allergy medicine was always kept at home, and his symptoms eased quickly. Neither family blamed him in the slightest, yet Zuki was filled with guilt and unease, choosing to keep his distance from Chang Xiao intentionally ever after. Contrary to his withdrawal, Xiao never yielded to estrangement. Instead, he always took the initiative to provoke and approach him deliberately, leaving an awkward atmosphere lingering between them for years. The ultimate breaking point of their conflict was a career contract dispute. Chang Xiao cut in halfway and snatched an important cooperation project that Zuki had prepared for half a month, cutting off his way to performance profits. Suki led a group of people to break into Chang Xiao's garage overnight and completely dismantle his newly bought limited-edition sports car. Early the next morning, Chang Xiao came to his door with a cold face and suppressed anger, accusing Zuki of being unscrupulous and vowing that he would pay for his actions sooner or later. Zuki paid no heed, still refusing to give in to each other. No one expected that only one day after this harsh warning, an accident struck suddenly. Losing control while driving, Cheng Xiao rushed straight into the sea, suffering a severe car crash and heavy brain trauma. He lost his memory after waking up. Upon hearing the news of his rival's accident, Zuki felt no worry at first, only a teasing sense of watching a good show. He even specially bought funeral wreaths to send to the hospital. Full of sarcasm in his words, but the moment he pushed open the ward door, he was completely stunned. Cold, aloof and competitive Chang Xiao had a drastic personality change after amnesia. With ignorant and dependent eyes he fixed on Zuki the moment he saw him, stubbornly calling him his baby and clinging tightly without letting go. The doctor warned specifically that Cheng Xiao suffered intermittent amnesia due to severe brain trauma. With incomplete memory and reverse temperament, he was extremely vulnerable to severe emotional stimulation and could only be accommodated patiently without quarrels or provocation. Zuki originally planned to take advantage of his amnesia to retaliate and tease him. However, his parents from both families called repeatedly, urging him to take good care of Cheng Xiao and not act willfully. Helpless, Zuki had to take on the responsibility of looking after him, starting a ridiculous and helpless daily routine of care. Losing his memory, Cheng Xiao completely abandoned his usual coldness, turning into a clingy, coquettish child who stuck to Zuki all the time. He asked for hugs constantly, leaned in for comfort, and even insisted on symmetrical caresses on both cheeks, showing utter dependence in every move. Annoyed yet helpless, Zuki tried to put on a stern face to warn him many times. But he could never harden his heart facing his innocent and simple look. He thought it would only be a temporary arrangement, yet Cheng Xiao clung to him without limits, following him everywhere and repeating the word baby over and over like a broken recorder. Lin Yu, Cheng Xiao's best friend, rushed to visit after hearing the news. Pushing open the ward door, he caught sight of their intimate posture, staring in shock with his expression turning from confusion to astonishment, his tone even faltering. Taking the opportunity, Zuki simply made up a lie, claiming that he and Cheng Xiao had been in a secret relationship for a long time and had never gone public. Not knowing the truth after amnesia, Cheng Xiao echoed every word earnestly, calling him baby naturally. In perfect agreement, they fooled Lin Yu into half-minus belief. He could only sigh and entrust Zuki to take good care of Cheng Xiao. When Cheng Xiao recovered enough to be discharged from the hospital, real trouble only just began. Zuki intended to send him back to his home opposite the door, but Cheng Xiao grabbed his sleeve and refused to leave, claiming he could not remember his home after amnesia and insisting on living with Zuki. Moreover, he insisted righteously that they should sleep in the same bed, and the distance of living opposite each other was far from enough to be close. Helpless after several futile arguments, Zuki had no choice but to compromise and agree to cohabit. Born into a wealthy family, Cheng Xiao occupied an entire floor of a detached villa, equipped with a gym, audio-visual room and cloakroom. Only the master bedroom was furnished with an oversized double bed. Those who knew him well were aware that Cheng Xiao had always slept restlessly since childhood. Even if they slept far apart at bedtime, he would unconsciously hold Zuki tightly in his arms after waking up. After cohabitation, Cheng Xiao became completely unrestrained. He only wore pajama pants after bathing, with wet hair and smooth abdominal lines looking extremely attractive. He liked to quietly lean behind Zuki, resting his chin on his shoulder socket, warm breath lingering around his neck, praising his scent straightforwardly. He would reach out and touch recklessly, acting coquettishly for comfort, relying on his status as an injured patient to act shamelessly. Zuki had originally been filled with thoughts of revenge, planning to tease the amnesiac Chang Xiao thoroughly. Yet day by day, watching his gentle accommodation and eyes full of dependence, his heart gradually lost its calm. Every time he spoke to stop him, Chang Xiao would behave immediately, only looking at him a grieved lie with watery eyes like a neglected large dog, easily softening his heart to compromise. Night after night, Yuki tossed and turned in bed, always dreaming back to his junior high school days. In his dream, he saw the red rims of Chang Xiao's eyes when he confiscated the love letters, hidden with unspeakable forbearance and sorrow. His lonely back as he walked away seemed to have lost the most precious thing. These fragmented scenes lingered in his mind, leaving him unable to figure out Chang Xiao's thoughts back then. One day when he was alone, Zhu Qi accidentally walked into Chang Xiao's study. A locked cabinet in the corner was left slightly ajar, arousing his curiosity. The moment he opened the cabinet door, Zhu Qi froze instantly. The inside was neatly tidied up, filled with old items arranged by year. All memories of their youth the Ultraman eraser Zhu Qi gave him in primary school, already aged but carefully sealed and preserved, matching amusement park pendants that Zhu Qi had long lost, kept by Chang Xiao for years. Worn yet spotlessly clean, a watch gift box from his birthday, with a casual note from that year well kept intact. It turned out those trivial pasts he had long forgotten had been carefully treasured by Chang Xiao for more than a decade. At the bottom of the cabinet lay an old yellow letter. On the envelope was written Chang Xiao's name. Opening the letter paper, immature yet neat handwriting came into view, starting with 3 words: To Zhu Qi. At that moment, all misunderstandings collapsed completely. Zhu Qi finally realized that the person Chang Xiao had a crush on in his youth was never a stranger studying abroad. It had always been him from start to finish. The rumor of a distant foreign lover in others' mouths was merely a misunderstanding caused by Chang Xiao's introverted personality, unwilling to reveal his inner feelings frankly. All the years of rivalry, deliberate estrangement and pointless competition suddenly made sense. Chang Xiao did not hate him, he loved him too deeply. In his youth, fearing to mislead him, he could only pretend to be distant on purpose. He confiscated the love letters out of jealousy when seeing others pursuing Zhu Qi. His deliberate apposition in the following years was just a clumsy way to attract his attention and make him take a second look. He is surging emotions. Zhu Qi also discovered a long-minus hidden secret in Chang Xiao's office. Accidentally browsing through unfinished contract documents, he was shocked to find that in the past 2 years, Chang Xiao had won many high-minus quality industry orders and quietly assigned subcontract projects to him first. Even the contract he snatched halfway was supplemented with a private agreement by Chang Xiao, directly assigning more profitable derivative projects to Zhu Qi's company. He had always thought his achievements relied entirely on his own efforts, never knowing Chang Xiao had always silently supported and fulfilled him from behind. As the truth unfolded layer by layer, Chang Xiao confessed frankly that he had regained his memory one night before discharge but pretended to have amnesia on purpose. He cherished the chance to get close and coquette this lie openly, wanting to lay aside his cold mask under the disguise of amnesia, and also letting Zhu Qi take the initiative to see his deep affection and silent dedication hidden for years. All the years of awkwardness and forbearance, misunderstandings and estrangement has vanished in an instant. Chang Xiao confessed his feelings sincerely. From the first heartbeat in youth to silent protection in adulthood, his heart had only belonged to Zhu Qi all his life. Zhu Qi's suppressed emotions broke down completely. All complaints, grievances and awkwardness paled in comparison to this decade-minus long-hidden preference. The two resolved all knots, opened up to each other and confirmed their mutual feelings. Just as the atmosphere turned warm and tender, their mothers arrived just in time to visit, witnessing their intimate embrace. Far from being surprised or reproachful, the 2 elders were overjoyed. Having long seen through the 2 young men's hearts, the baby engagement arranged casually years ago had come full circle and finally fulfilled each other. Later, the 2 families gathered for a reunion dinner. The elders recalled interesting stories of their childhood, sighing that fate had destined them to be together. Chang Xiao openly addressed Tsuqi's mother warmly, declaring his affection high-profile lie, no longer needing to pretend estrangement or compete deliberately. Once bitter rivals who could not get along, they shed all stubbornness and pretense, walked towards each other sincerely with the blessings of their families, turning youthful regrets and years of mischances into gentle companionship and peace for every day to come.